Hello, stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey, and I'm joining you virtually today because we're still on vacation. I'm going to be saying that a lot, so just get used to it. But I did want to have you to have some inspiration while I'm gone, so I've done a couple videos for you ahead of time. So we haven't used Sweetest Cherries for a long time, and I thought, well, I'm always needing birthday cards or just thinking of you cards and all that. So we're going to make two quick little cards with this one today. Let's hope I've got everything together. I'm not real sure, but we can see. Now, the great thing about this is that this one has a punch, and I love punches because they make things quick and easy. So we're going to try a quick and easy card today. So we'll put this one to the side. And the first thing we're going to do is kind of go ahead and assemble everything. And I just have a basic white card base. And I've cut it with like a 2-inch, there's only a 2-inch fold. And I'm using the penciled, what's it called, Perfect Pencil paper, because I thought black and red would look good with the cherries. And so we're just kind of a little bit of a fun fold, but not really. It's just it's a fun fold. We'll call it a fun fold. It's not a fancy fold. There's a difference in fun and fancy. Some of those fancy ones that create all those layers and do tricks, and I'm not sure how they do all that. I like to do those once in a while, but for everyday crafting, I go simple. And I think there's nothing better than black and a color. So you could do this with, this is Poppy Parade, but you could do it with Real Red, of course, or Cherry Cobbler. Those colors would work fine. And this one will go here so that when our fold is over, we've got this little fun fold here. I know with all the holidays coming up, most people are working on Christmas or Thanksgiving, but we always need some other cards in between, and not everybody celebrates every holiday, so it's always good to just be prepared. So we've got that, and I've cut a piece of Poppy Parade. It's a 3-inch square, I believe. I don't know if we'll put it this way, or I think we'll put it this way. But we need to die cut. Oh, I could cut it with the paper trimmer, but I was going to use the stylish shape. So we'll just cut that square real quick. Made a nice little bump sound. I put a new plate in there today, and it's probably a little thicker feeling than usual. So we'll put, that just gives us a border. So this is a little bit less than 3 inches square. Now that's kind of cute just as it is. I mean, you can put whatever, you could put flowers on there, you could, we can put the cherries on there, we could put Christmas mittens, butterflies, whatever we wanted. But when I was looking at this, I thought, well, I don't have to stamp this, the cherries, I can punch them out of this in color shimmer paper. And I thought, well, my goodness, I think, actually I'm looking here, maybe I want it to be the two tones, so we might use that. I think cherries should be shiny and wet, so let's, let me put this in the trimmer so that I get this variegated color. Is that variegated color? It's kind of ombre, so I didn't want to waste a whole bunch of paper of my glimmer paper. Oh, but doesn't that look pretty? Now we got all these extra pieces. We don't need pink. I don't know, maybe we need pink glimmer leaves on something. We'll see. We got two cherries, if I can find where they went flying. Oh, how pretty they look with that color, the variety. Let's do one more with a little bit darker, so we'll see which way looks the best. Maybe one of each. Oh, yeah, one of each. I think we'll just do two. So one light and one dark. And I have a scrap of the green, and we'll do the stems and the leaves. This is Parakeet Party. So I can punch out a couple leaves. I think we only need two, but we'll do three. Sometimes I lose them. They go flying around so much. Now we need a stem. Let's see if I can. We need two stems. There's one. And there's one. We could even get a few more leaves out of that. We won't let that paper go to waste. So let's put our leaves up here and let's see how we'll put this together. Definitely we'll use some dimensionals. Let's put this glue up for just a minute. There's our dimensionals hiding. And so we can put I guess we can put it on both. Well, I'm not real sure what'll happen if we do that. Now there is a stamp that has the slice taken out of it on this one, so you can layer. I didn't do that one. You actually would just punch it out with the side of the punch, I think. Okay, let's try putting that one right about there. That cute little bunch of cherries. And we'll put our stems on. We'll just glue those on. Hold it down for just a minute. We might need, oh, you know, do we want the stems? I think that yeah, we can make the stem twist that, can't we? Yeah, we can do it like that, so that our leaves will go up at the top. You could punch one backwards, so you would have one going this way and one going that way. I suppose. Just put a little drop there. It doesn't want to stick. This particular glimmer paper, I've noticed, does not like adhesives very much. So we'll hold it there for a second. I'll put that block on there. While we're letting that stick, we need a sentiment, and I wanted to do birthday wishes. And it's somewhere here on this desk. Here we go. And this is from this same set. We'll stamp that with black, and we'll die cut it with a stylish shape. Let's hope I pulled that die. Yeah, here it is. And I think that fits just perfect right there. So we'll run that through the cut and emboss. Go. Now let's see if we can't kind of get this together, and then we'll add our leaves on there. So we're going to put this, I think we'll do it right so it's centered. So when I'm going to take this and turn it over and just put a little pencil line, so I know not to put dimensionals any past that line. Because otherwise they'll stick to the front of the card, and we don't want that to happen. Now we'll erase that little line and we'll be okay. Okay, we want this kind of centered. Well, those dots sure are busy, aren't they? But I still like them. I think we'll be happy enough with them. We'll put our sentiment. This is such a simple layout, but I like it. And I know whoever gets it will like it. So that's the most important part. I think sometimes we make these pretty cards, we forget to send them, or we hoard them. I'm not, but we need to be mailing them. And we can put our little shiny leaves up there. And I think we can put those on with a dimensional. Pretty sure a big dimensional, it will work. It'll give it a lot of stickability. How cute is that? Oh, it might, wonder if it really needs 2 leaves. We might just do 1. No, we need 2. And I pulled a bunch of bling So I wasn't sure what I wanted, but I'm thinking the in color, because that color is Sweet Sorbet, it should, especially since we did the little ombres, I think that's okay. I think real red would look too red, and I think these are too purpley looking, and then that's too pink. So in color dots is what we'll use. And we'll just put a few of these. We can get the glue to come out. Maybe we'll start at the bottom today. And then we'll put one up here. So there's our first card. Sweet cherries with birthday wishes. There's my dimensional peeking out. So we'll have to just shove that down in there. There we go. That'll work. And then we can write our message here. Might even cut a smaller square from our message. I haven't decided on that yet. Okay, so that was our first one. No, not really much stamping, just the birthday wishes. The next one we'll do a little more stamping. So we'll put that to the side. Don't think we need this. We better put it away. And we're going to change color palettes. We're going to go with Blushing Bride. I just have a regular card base. 5.5 by 8.5. And then this is going to be our front, but we're going to run it through the cut and emboss and give it a scalloped bottom. So I'm going to use this from the scalloped and contour dies, because they'll just give us a little something different at the bottom. We'll run that through the cut and emboss. At the same time, I'll go ahead and run a square of Blushing Bride. That'll save some cutting time, I hope. I can do two at one time. Trying to decide which direction to run this. There we go. If you're like me, I was talking to one of my customers this morning, and she said, it takes me so long to make a card, and I can't decide what to do. And I said, don't worry, I spent all day yesterday working on cards, and I got 0 cards made. I just couldn't, anything I tried, I didn't like it. And so I'm sure you guys have that same problem. But we just keep plugging along and doing our best. Because we don't always, that didn't cut all the way, so we'll have to run that through again. We just sometimes don't like what we've started. At least that's the way I am. So let's see if we can get these things cut right here. I just missed about the last 1/4 inch for some reason. I don't know. And then we'll put this over here so we don't lose it. We'll get our square going here. I think I'm going to have to get another piece of paper on that one. Didn't cut very good. There we go. Now we're going to have a little focal point there. This paper is from the country wreath, the country plaids. And I saw this plaid and I thought, well, that kind of goes with gingham. So we're going to run that through the gingham embossing folder. Just because, so it'll have some texture. So we'll run that one through. We'll get it in there straight. I think that kind of looks, that gives it some nice interest. But now we need to do some stamping. We need to stamp some cherries. So we're going to use our Stamparatus. Because this is a solid kind of image, let's turn it this, let's just move it this way. Sometimes those don't always give you a nice stamped image, so we're going to use the Stamparatus so we can do more than one if we need to. You know, stamp on top of it again and again and again. That's, yeah, I think I can go about there. Hold that down. And we're going to use real red. I was little, my mom used to tell me that red and pink didn't go together, and that if you had red hair, you couldn't wear pink clothes. I think that's a bunch of baloney. I love red and pink together, so that's what we're going to do, is red and pink. That came out very nice, didn't it? But we'll stamp it a second time. Gives it a nice rich red, doesn't it? Yikes. I want 3 of these. Stamp that one. And let's see, I think I've got another piece of scrap here. That ought to work. Move that over just a little bit. Yep. We could shine these up with some Wink of Stella, but I want them to, I'm afraid that it would color in our little white spots, and we don't want that to happen, so we're going to leave that alone. So we've got our cherries. We're going to punch them out. Might need a little handle on this one. I think I got it. It's what when you use scraps, sometimes they don't want to line up very good. This one should do just about right. And you can't stamp these too close together because you see the punch will catch it. So I'm glad I paid it. I don't know if I was paying attention. I was just lucky that I didn't do that wrong. There we go. Gosh, I've got leaves everywhere here. Now we've got 3 cherries. And we need some stems and leaves. And so as I was thinking, well, we use the glimmer paper. Why don't we use some of the DSP? This is really bright and I like it. So we'll just use a little of this to punch our stems and leaves. I think that's pretty, don't you? We need 3 stems. We don't need that many leaves. So we can just do a little punching. Now we might have an extra one we could put inside if we wanted to. So 3 stems, we got a bunch of leaves, and our cherries. All right. So now we can start putting our card together. We'll go ahead and put this on the card front. Now, if you had wanted, you could have put another layer behind this of either red or green, but I'm just going with the simple white. I think that's pretty enough. This is a card similar to one I saw by Sue Moore. I like her cards. She does a nice job. This is always fun to case somebody and use their ideas. I'm always pleased if somebody uses my ideas, so. Put our little cherries on here. Kind of group them up. They don't have to stay directly on that square. We'll put them on here. We're going to put the bottom one, we'll glue, the middle one. And the others we'll put on with dimensionals. It's hard to decide where to put it. But, put dimensionals on these. See, I don't want to push down too hard on that yet in case I want to move it. This is hard for me to do these without you guys to talk to, but we're getting there. Now we've got this little subtle stripe, or these little, I like the stripe, so that's the one the other side's a little tiny flower, I think. We could actually turn them, couldn't we? But we won't. Some flower, some stripe. That would be like the one card I made, the thing I made the other day backwards. I do that. I'm sure you do too. or make a card upside down. I'm really good at making cards upside down. Now our leaves are going to cover up this here, so that helps. You really won't be able to, oh, I like that. We'll put the leaves with the blossom showing. That's pretty cool. So that's going to cover up the stems up at the top. And we'll put those on with a dimensional. It's kind of fun to use the two different patterns. I love cherries. I don't care for cherry pie that much, but I just like plain fresh cherries. There, isn't that cute? Now we need a sentiment here, of course. So we're going to use the sentiment from this set. It says sweet here, sweet, and then I think we'll do birthday wishes again, but I'm not real sure. We'll try it and see. Let's get our, that's not a big enough scrap. I think that will work. And we will we'll just stamp this one freehand with hopes that it works. That came out good. I'm wondering if the birthday wishes with the die, I think it'll be too big, but we'll try it and see. So I'll stamp it twice and we'll make a decision. I'll stamp it here. If we'll use the die, and we'll stamp it here, and we'll fussy cut it, and then we'll decide which one works the best. And where are my scissors? So we'll put these to the side. We're going to fussy cut the word sweet. Kind of just cut around a silhouette. The good thing is this can be however you choose. You know, we have that one set of charming sentiments. I think that does this for you, but it doesn't. They're smaller sentiments, but they're really pretty when you let the die cut it and you don't have to do it yourself. Okay. So now we'll put sweet. We'll die cut this, but I'm pretty sure that's just too big. Well, I could put it, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Switch plates here. Oh, you know, I kind of like it. Oh, maybe I like that. I wish you were here to tell me. I like that. So we're going to put it on there like that. And then we might put a little bow there. You never know until you start putting the card together how you want it to look. At least that's the way it is for me. See, we'll put that right up towards the top. And then we'll put this down here at the bottom. And I'm going to let it be just kind of centered right there on that square. Now I think, and I don't know that I'm going to put a bow, but I think I'll put some of these green matte dots. So that's what we'll do. I need, I don't know, maybe 2 big ones will work. That's fine, and then we'll put one up here. There we go. So here's our 2 sweet cherry cards. This one, the black and white one, would certainly work for a masculine card if you needed one, or feminine. Either one will work. But it's really a versatile set, isn't it? So keep watching. I will have a couple lives over the next couple weeks while we're gone, but I'll also post and let you know what we're doing and what we're seeing and all the fun things that I hope we get to do. Thanks for joining me virtually tonight. Bye.